Shalom, shalom, welcome back to the channel. I have my gorgeous oldest daughter here today, eldest daughter, Jazlyn. And so we are going to be talking to you about how to get your children ready to leave America behind. Now, Jazlyn, I have one huge question for you that I need you to answer. Just answer honestly, like what your true thoughts are, okay? What do you think about flying on a plane? When you first flew from Ohio to East Africa, were you afraid? Were you excited? What do you experience when you're on a plane?
I enjoyed the ride and I got to see mountains and a lot of oceans. And when we landed, we went to a beach place and we stayed in a hotel.
Oh, that's really adventurous. Do you like living like that?
No.
No? What makes you not want to live like that?
I wanna be alone with a family.
Oh, you don't like staying in hotels. You'd rather just stay in a house with our family. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you're like, no, I don't want to go to hotels. It's easier to have a house or an Airbnb. Now, when you're on the plane, you were mentioning you see the ocean, you see the mountains. Are you ever afraid to fly?
No.
No, why not?
Because it's not scary, and when kids go on airplanes, you don't need to be scared, and you just sit back and enjoy the ride.
What do you enjoy about it? Do you like take a nap while you're on the plane? Do you play games or do you watch the little shows?
I watch the little shows and take a nap.
Oh, that's pretty good, Jazz. So we always travel lightly, don't we? We don't carry a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Because anytime get that out of your mouth. Anytime you are riding on an airplane, especially with children, you already want to pack light. You do not want to bring all the things with you. Jazz, can you imagine if you had to bring every single toy you've ever had in your lifetime with you? Isn't it easier sometimes to give those toys away and then to get new ones? Because if you bring, what do you think would happen if you had to bring like 3 big suitcases of all of these toys with a lot of siblings in your family?
We wouldn't fit clothes and other stuff that we need.
Yeah, like we only travel with our needs. I like how you say things that we need, because when you're traveling, especially as you're traveling Africa with a big family, you need to only carry the necessities, which are things that you need. So what are some things that you would travel in your travel bag if you were about to board a plane? What are you going to pack up? What are your needs?
I would bring 2 toys and I would bring some books to read, and I would write a story on the airplane, and I'll just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Wow, and then they feed you food on these airplanes too, don't they? You've gone through, well, I don't know if you remember this from Ohio, but you went through Istanbul, Turkey on the Turkish Airways, okay? That's what that company was called. And then when you came to Mauritius, you flew through Kenyan Airways. Was that food pretty good at Kenyan Airways?
Yeah.
What did you eat? I think there was like a croissant. What else was there?
There was apple juice and mango juice.
Oh, okay. Did you like the apple juice and mango juice?
Yeah.
And did you feel safe with the people that were on the plane? Were they kind to you? Was anybody rude to you? What was that experience like for the parents who want their children to travel, but maybe they're afraid that the people won't be nice to them? What do you say to that?
That you should trust everybody who's on an airplane, and you should say thank you for everything.
Wow, you should have kind manners. So you sound like you were very thankful to be on that trip. And then do you remember, you saw, I believe it was Mount Kenya. We were talking about mountains, but then when you landed in Mauritius, do you remember what that looked like? Or were you asleep when we landed? When you saw like the ocean and the mountains here?
I saw the mountains and the oceans.
What did it feel like? Were you shocked? You were like, wow, we're really living on an island, because you've never lived on an island before. So what would you say to people who are about to fly to an island? Is it scary to live on an island? What's it feel like?
It feels like there's a lot of space to play, and you can flip around, and you can play with your friends and your brothers and your sisters.
Oh yeah, so you guys like to travel a lot. And then you too? So where would you want to travel as you grow older? Like if you're 16, 17, 18, what places would you want to travel with your siblings? And then would you like to take an airplane? Would you like to take a train, a bus? What would you like to do in the future with traveling?
I want to take an airplane to Seychelles, and I want to visit South Africa.
Oh, that'll be fun. Those are two really good locations, and they both start with S, Seychelles and South Africa. So guys, you've heard it from Jazlyn herself. She loves flying airplanes. She said she don't really like the hotels all like that. She said the hotels gotta be a little better. She just wants to stay in a house. Hence why we use Airbnb. Airbnb is a great, it's just something great that you can use if you have a large family, you have children, because obviously hotels are probably going to be too small. You're going to have to rent multiple rooms. And the thing with Airbnbs, a lot of them, especially in Mauritius, they have pools, they have different activities in the neighborhoods. There are parks that you can enjoy. And so the resorts, you know, you can save those for a different time when you're landing. Gianna, don't do that, please. Gianna, did you like to be on the plane? What was Gianna doing on the plane? And then the little baby. What do babies do on planes?
She usually played with Josiah, and she would usually go with Dad and take a nap and play with her toys.
She would play with your other brother. She would take a nap, and then she would also play with her toys? So how many toys did she need? Did we bring her 10 different toys?
No.
How many did she need on the plane?
Me and G only got a little toys to bring with us.
Really? And so was that easier? You didn't even lose anything, did you? But if you would have brought a lot, you might have lost them and been sad, huh? You don't really lose a lot of things when you just travel lightly. That's something that we have in the world that's called minimalism. I don't know if you know that yet. Maybe we'll do a homeschool report on that, minimalism. But essentially, Jazlyn, it's when you travel with only what you need, like what we're talking about right now. Like you bring one suitcase per person in your family, you bring a few toys. Like you said, you bring your journal so that you can write and you can be mindful while you're on the plane. I think this was very helpful for our audience, Jazlyn. Thank you so much for this interview. Do you have anything else you want to say to them about travel tips on an airplane? Remember, this is from the perspective, maybe these children have never been on airplanes anymore and they don't know what to expect. Any last words for them if they're going on their first airplane flight, on their first flight?
You should bring 2 or 3 toys, and you should bring a notebook to write and read, and you just sit back.
Yeah, just sit back and relax and get some orange juice. Maybe they'll give them brownies, depending on what airplanes they go on, huh? So a few airlines that you may go on when you arrive in Africa could be Kenyan Airways, could be Ethiopian Airways, could be Mauritius Air, could be South African Air. There are so many airlines that exist within Africa, and they are all safe, spectacular. Customer service is excellent on these airlines. So you are really going to get to enjoy your time. Your kids are going to love it. And they're going to be experiences that they never forget. So until next time, we will see you guys in the next video. Shalom, shalom.